A very good morning to all of you students. Students, yesterday we had started chapter number 7 from our supplementary reader snapshots. The name of the chapter is Birth, and we have read about Dr. Andrew Mason that he has just begun his medical practice in the small Welsh mining town of Blanley. When he returns from a terrible evening with his girlfriend Kristin, Joe Morgan approaches Dr. Andrew Manson to help in the delivery of his wife. Dr. Andrew Manson has to put in much labor in the delivery as the mother requires much attention before she is revived. Further, the baby was not breathing at birth. Using all his knowledge and intuition, Dr. Andrew Manson makes more efforts to revive the child. After almost half an hour of frantic efforts, he succeeds and comes away with a sense of achievement. And we have already mentioned about the characters. They are Dr. Andrew Manson, Joe Morgan, Susan Morgan's mother, the midwife, and Dr. Andrew Manson. He is a young medical practitioner, young medical graduate, working in a small mining town. On the call of Joe Morgan, a miner, Dr. Andrew Manson manages to help in a difficult birth and saves the baby's life due to his knowledge and efforts. Joe Morgan, he is a minor husband of Susan Morgan. He asks Dr. Andrew Manson to help in his wife's delivery and reposes full faith in the doctor. Now, Susan Morgan's mother, she is a tall, grey haired woman, aged about 70 years, who is concerned about her daughter's happiness. The midwife, she is a pessimistic about the child's survival when he is found to be not breathing when born, but still dutifully assists Dr. Andrew Manson in his work. So, the summary of the chapter is that Dr. Andrew had recently graduated from medical college. He was practicing as an assistant to Dr. Edward Page in a small Welsh mining town named Blanley. One night he was returning home when he found Joe Morgan waiting for him outside the doctor's home. He had been there for more than an hour. He looked relaxed to see the doctor. He informed that the doctor was needed at their home as his wife was expecting to deliver a baby almost after 20 years of marriage. Dr. Andrew asked him to wait for a few minutes. He went inside, got his medical bag, and set out for Joe Morgan's house. And this case demanded all attention of Dr. Andrew. So Joe Morgan stopped outside the house and requested Dr. Andrew to go inside alone. Through a narrow staircase, the doctor reached a small, clean but scantily furnished room. He found two women beside the patient: Susan Morgan's mother, a tall, grey haired woman of nearly 70, and an elderly midwife. Susan's mother offered him a cup of tea because she was finding him quite tired. Dr. Andrew sensed that she didn't want him to leave, as there would be some waiting period. Dr. Andrew was tired but still decided to stay back there only. An hour later, Dr. Andrew went to check the patient and came down. The restless footsteps of Joe Morgan could be heard as he paced the street outside. Now, Dr. Andrew's mind wandered. What he was thinking, Dr. Andrew was so deep in his thoughts that the voice of the old lady, that is uh, Susan Morgan's mother, surprised him. She informed him that her daughter didn't want him to give her chloroform if it would harm the baby. Dr. Andrew replied that it would not harm anybody. Just then he heard the midwife's voice. It was 3:30, and Dr. Andrew perceived that it was time for him to start working on the delivery. Now he had to face the horrifying dilemma. He was confused now whom to attend first, the lady or the child. After a harsh struggle for an hour, the child was born, a perfectly formed boy. Unfortunately, it was not breathing. A shiver of horror passed over Dr. Andrew. He had promised the family so much. He wanted to resuscitate the child, but the mother herself was in a very desperate state. He gave the child to the midwife and turned his attention to Susan Morgan, the mother, who was lying unconscious. Her pulse was slow and her strength was reducing. She was, uh, you know, getting fainted, and she was gasping, and she was feeling very low. After a few minutes of continuous efforts, he was rigorously working on her. He stabilized her by giving her an injection. Then he asked for the child. The midwife had kept the child under the bed, presuming him to be dead. Dr. Andrew pulled out the child. His head was hanging loosely, and the limbs seemed boneless. He concluded that the child was suffering from asphyxia pallida. It is an abnormal medical condition in a newly born baby. Dr. Andrews' efforts to save the child now are shown in the story. Dr. Andrew recalled a case he had once seen in the Samaritan. It is a medical journal, and the treatment that was given. He asked the midwife to quickly get hot water and cold water in two basins. He started plunging the child once into the icy water and then into the steaming bath alternately. 15 minutes passed and nothing happened. There was no progress. Dr. Andrew was getting frustrated now. He could see the unbelieving faces of the midwife and the old lady, but he continued his efforts. He did not give up. And now the miracle happened. Dr. Andrew started rubbing the child's chest with a rough towel and thumping his little chest, trying to get breath into that limp body. Then, as if by miracle, the child's chest began moving. Dr. Andrew felt weak and nervous at the sight of life springing under his hands. He redoubled his efforts, and the child was now breathing. Life came to his limbs, head became erect, the child's skin started turning pink, and suddenly the child cried. The midwife exclaimed with tears of happiness in her eyes, "Oh God, he has come alive." And now Dr. Andrew is relieved when he saw that the child was now alive. He was revived after so much, frantic efforts, and ultimately he got success. Dr. Andrew felt weak and speechless. The old woman, Susan's mother, was still standing against the wall praying. Andrew went downstairs and told that he would fetch his bag later on. He found Joe Morgan still waiting with an anxious and eager face. Dr. Andrew gave the happy news that both the mother and the baby were all right and they were now out of danger. Andrew was really happy and exclaimed, "Oh God, I have done something real at last." He had achieved a feat in medical history which would certainly brighten his future. So, this was all about the story Birth. I hope you all must have enjoyed it, students. Please listen to the module yesterday's and today's so that you are thorough with the story, and read the chapter from the book itself, and then you'll be able to um, understand it well. So, have a wonderful day ahead, and please prepare for the chapter so that you can do well in your tests. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. God bless you all.